Alright, what's up guys? My name is Lord Volo25 and welcome back to another episode of PC Building Simulator. It's actually been a while since we've done this, so yeah, the last time we were building, we were making these air cooler builds, and this one actually turned out to look pretty cool. So yeah, from a system that would have been built several years ago, I think this ticks all my check boxes. So there we go. Of course, this one was an extreme, well, I wouldn't say it's extreme, but we used a Ryzen 5 3600X and a 1070 Ti for a nice budget build. Even though it's $1,309, but we're getting it down. We're getting the price down on all these. And this one, how much was this one? $1,599. Alright, so yeah, hopefully you guys are doing fantastic today. I know I am. Let's see what we can do over here on this bench. So let's see, let's go grab a case and see what we can come up with. So I was thinking, have I done the Coaling Stronghold? I think I have. So we're gonna try and save some money here. And I might do this one, but I'm going to take a look here. So these are all $60. I definitely don't want to spend any more than $60 on a case, even if I had to. Yeah, you see that's $80, so I don't want to do that one. Let's see here. So you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this case again. The Coaling Stronghold wasn't a bad looking case at all. It actually looks pretty cool. So, of course, black panels, black front panel. So, we're gonna remove those and see what we can get going here. So, I think we're gonna do an AMD build again, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So, and I'll take the fan out as well because I wanna choose a good fan. So, let's see here. So. Yeah, we're doing AMD. Alright, so motherboards, let's see here. AM4. Let's see here, okay. So, I don't remember which motherboard we used last time, but anything in this territory here looks fine. Even that Steel Legend looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think I used something like the Tomahawk or something like that in the last one, so I can fit that one in there. What about this one? This one, let's see what this motherboard looks like. Yeah, not that one. I'm gonna choose the other one. Alright, so Steel Legend it is. Alright. So, let's see here. There we go. That is what I'm talking about, man. Alright. Sweet. Alright, so $155. They only got case and motherboard. That is pretty good. So let's open that up and open up these memory clips, as well as open the ones on the bottom. And let's see here. So we did a 3600X in the last one. So it's 175. Oh man, we're getting... I don't know how low we can go here. That is pretty low. So 185, that's how much the 3600X was. But what about... Oh, okay, well. Even the Ryzen 7 1700X is already $265. So I guess we'll just keep going backwards and see what we can... We're going for that because, I mean, come on, who's gonna do a 1600X, right? Maybe in the next one. I mean, we'll see. So, yeah, we'll do the two. Should we do the 2600X? I'm trying to think here because 150. It's not that much of a price difference. I'm doing the 2600X, 2600X, whatever. You know what it is. It's that one. Yeah, That one, you can see it right there. Alright. So 3600X, 2600X. That is how you say it. Alright. So let's see here. Let's get some thermal paste. And put it on there. Alright. There we go. So now for the RAM. What are we going to do? So let's see here. Obviously the RAM down here is dirt cheap. But we'll of course take a look. Oh yeah. Patriot Viper LED. LED. Okay, so the lighting is red on that. That actually might... Nah, because I'm gonna do 16 gigabytes. Oh, we haven't done this in a while. I don't know about that one though. You can go a little bit more expensive on the RAM, I'm pretty sure, so... I'm not gonna do the Patriot Viper. I'm gonna do... Should I do like some like Corsair Dominator Platinum? Wouldn't be bad. I think we had one up here. Let's see. That's the 4 gigabyte. Alright, never mind. Let's I want an 8 gigabyte stick, please. Let's see here. It's a bit of an odd timing. 21. Such an odd timing. Alright, 2800 megahertz. Let's do that one and that one. Ooh, okay. Sweet. Alright, so now for the I think that's a drive holder if I'm not incorrect here. So let's see what we can do about that. So storage. And let's just pull up the... Why does it always pull up only the Kingston drives when I'm looking for SATA? Do I gotta like capitalize? No. Alright, cost low to high. Let's see what we got here. So we got the gigabyte drive, that's 480 gigabytes. So oh, now we're talking. That's expensive though. That's $100. That's $100 for that. Alright, tell you what, let's do this Team Grip T-Force Vulcan, that's 500 gigabytes, and that's going to be the only drive that we have in the system. So this is a Minecraft only computer, and honestly that would work, right? Because you don't need that much storage for Minecraft. So there we go, we got a drive back there. Sweet, yes, I'm right, that is a drive holder. Alright, and interesting how it mounts on the... Well, I mean, I'm expecting it to mount like that. I didn't really know how it mounted. So, yeah, very neat. And actually, I'm happy that the game actually routes the cable properly and up and around and through the hole there. So, at least that's good. I hope the game's not going to be like derping out and doing some weird stuff with the cables. Hopefully not. It usually does, though. So, we'll see. Alright, so we need a good old CPU cooler. Let's see what we've got. And since it's a 2600X, anything should be able to cool this thing. So, what did I do in the last one? I'm gonna go check. That is a Deep Cool Gamix 400. Okay. In fact, that's that one. Okay, so that one was only $25. Holy crap. You know, we could do one of these like the AMD Wrath Prism, and it's $1 less than the Deep Cool Gamix. I don't think I've ever done an AMD cooler before because they do these stock coolers. That is pretty cool, actually. You know, I'm a fan of that. Yeah, I don't think we've ever done that before. Neat, pretty neat. All right, so let's see here. Graphics card, I'm gonna assume that the same thing kind of applies, but we just won't do a TI here. So we did what's this, a 1070 Ti? Yeah. So maybe we'll do something like a 1070 or a 1060. We'll see what we got here. So let's remove. Oh yeah, open up that part. And let's go find a graphics card. All right, so let's see here. So that's a 1030, 1050, 1050 Ti. It's pretty pants. It's only 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Man, you're gonna really need to crank down those Minecraft settings. Maybe get some Optifine. Who knows? Maybe play on 1.8.9. All right. I kind of forgot about these cards, these 1650s. I don't know about those. I never really paid attention to the 1660s and all those other cards that came. Did these come after the 1070s? And I've got no idea what the timeline is in terms of when the graphics cards actually came out, so I don't know. I haven't done an AMD graphic card though. Interesting. We've got an MSI Radeon RX 570. Do I gotta look that up? I might gotta look that up. Alright, let's do it. Let's do a brave search. Will the two 600X pair with a 570, with an RX 570? I kind of want to do that if I can. A little CPU heavy, people say. Alright. Okay, so that one limits it, of course. Oh, we could do a 2060 if we went NVIDIA though. Ooh. Okay. So let's see here. So Intel Arc B850. How come I haven't seen that before? Oh damn, we gotta do that in the next one. Or we could do something like a 56 something. I don't know. I'm just looking around. Yeah, it's pretty darn expensive. Alright, I'm gonna look that up, but I do like that RX 5600 XT card. What about RX? Bam. What a bottleneck? Minimal bottleneck. Snaggable. So that would work. That's gonna jack the price up. Oh man, that does. Alright, so dang, that looks kind of good. So if I end up changing my mind and going for something else, then I'll pop something else in there. But for now, that's what it's gonna be. So oh yeah, I need to get a power supply, so let's see, how many watts do we need? I'm using the Brave AI here. So, okay, pretty low, like a 550 watt minimum. Interesting, okay. Interesting, okay. So Power King, interesting name. But we're looking for... Yeah, sorry, I'm looking for... I'm gonna play it safe and go for like a 600 watt. So non-modular, modular. For this one, since it's more of a budget, I'm gonna go non-modular because the ones that aren't are more expensive. So, and I think I'm gonna use the Silverstone one because it's only 130 bucks. Bam! Oh snap, look at that. Now once we put some fans in, it will get a little bit more expensive. Oh yeah, I didn't take that dust filter off the top. But we are looking pretty darn good. So let's see what we can get going in terms of fans. So I'm gonna do the classic 3 fan and 1 fan on the back strategy. So let's see here, we've got Be Quiet, Silent Wings. I'm almost tempted to just do that, but take a look here. That's another Be Quiet one. So we're going Be Quiet. I don't know. I don't actually have Be Quiet fans in real life. I have Antec fans, but who knows? Maybe I'll have to switch to I'm not Antec. Maybe I'll have to switch to Be Quiet because they've got these light wings, and those look pretty cool. Let's see here. It's $10. The pure wings, the silent wings. So yeah, these ones look. They're just stock non-RGB fans. They look pretty neat. Ooh, 1,226. That is pretty darn good. So let's see, let's compare that. So 1,226 for this build, and this one is 1,309. So that's about... So 309. Let's see, let's see. That's an $83 difference. So it's a bit cheaper than the last one. But you know what? I think we could go even lower than that. And we'll just keep going lower until we can't build a PC anymore. And then we'll climb back up the rank. And start like at a level where like we've got some like good power. So yeah, we've been making some interesting looking, I say interesting, some pretty cool looking builds here with the AMD Wrath Prism here. That's flipping awesome, man. I know they have, do they make other CPU coolers just besides this one? I honestly have no idea. But let's see here. Alright, so the game isn't really derping at all, so around the cable's fine. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Alright. So let's see, let's get them back on. So we have side panel in the back, we got side panel on the front, or front panel. Wait a sec, we got a dust filter. Is there not a dust filter for the front? I guess it's just the top one. Dang, look at that. Pretty nice. Alright. So now, let's grab a USB drive and shove it in the back. Alright. And now, we can turn this thing on. Let's see what we do. Let's see what we got, Azrock. Alrighty, so Ryzen 5 2600X. I wonder when that came out. I've got no idea. XMP on. Okay, apply and restart. Let's see this thing. Oh, nice. that is pretty neat. Minimal RGB. Looks pretty cool. The fans don't light up, but you know what? I think other than that, this PC looks like it rocks. It really does. So let's go select our Volotech Systems and Solutions wallpaper. We've just conquered another build. Fantastic. Alright, so let's grab the lighting. I don't know, I might be able to do something. Can I make it red? Hey, there we go. It's red. Fantastic. Alright, so there is the build. It's a little bit cheaper than the one we did in the last episode. So yeah, we've got the Calling Stronghold as the case. We've got a 2600X and that RX 5600 XT. Of course, if you wanted to, if we wanted to make this a little bit cheaper, we'd probably swap out the graphics card, but for now, that is what it's gonna be. But other than that, if you guys have enjoyed this one, then make sure you smash the living PCs out the like button, and maybe just hit that subscribe button. It's optional, but it's there if you want to check it out. Other than that, you can ding that notification bell to stay up to date with my future uploads. But in the meantime, guys, my name is LordVolo25. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, peace.